Hello, all you beautiful beings. Thank you for being here and for joining me for this timeless tarot reading. I'll start by clearing the energy with my bell. I call upon my angels, my guides, my ancestors, and my galactic family to help channel through me the messages that this collective needs to hear at the time it will reach them. I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Alright, let's get into it. I'm gonna start with my crystal deck. Is there a message? Is there a message you may have for the collective at this time that they need to hear? Beautiful. Couldn't pick a better card. So we have the Empress with rhodonite. So there could be a call to work with rhodonite for yourself or call upon the energy of rhodonite. The message on this card says, I create what I choose naturally with joy. It's this beautiful pregnant woman. Maybe a few of you in the collective are trying to conceive very physically in your body, and that's probably going to come through for you. But if not, the pregnancy is very much so, you're pregnant with possibilities, and you're in your creator, your master feminine creator energy. So you're birthing life, whether that's physical human life or a creative project or a business or a new career or a book or artwork or something of the sort. Could even be spiritual work or a business, you know, that you've been cultivating and nurturing. The pregnancy is so much possibility coming through for you for something that you're going to birth into creation quite soon. And I love seeing this little plant growing up the side of the belly. It's like it's something that's been growing for a while, that's starting to bloom, and it's also radiating light through her fingers. So whatever you're creating is going to be bringing a lot of love, light, and joy into the world in whatever form that you are birthing into existence. And there's this beautiful heart chakra type of energy I feel that she's holding. So I feel like there's a big connection between your heart and maybe like your sacral. But whatever you're creating, you put a lot of love into, is what I feel and what I hear. Is the creation was only possible through your love, because love is what is the ultimate creator of everything. We're made out of love. We're pure love beings. We always have been, we always will be in our spirit form. And I know we experience a lot of denser emotions while we're incarnated here, but our spirit is still love. We were made out of love. Spirit's love, God's love. And I love seeing all these butterflies in her hair. I feel a beautiful transformation energy that you have gone through. Like, I definitely feel like you're in a butterfly, beautiful, expansive energy, especially since we're in the Empress energy, which is major arcana. You're basically in tune with your intuition. You're in your power, in your spiritual energy, your creative energy, your creator energy. It's a very powerful energy to be in. And it's interesting, the moon, it's kind of like a mix between the moon and the sun. So maybe you draw on the sun or the moon for energy, or work closely with the moon or the sun. I know I do a lot of moon work, and it could definitely be assisting you, or just a powerful force that you connect with. And the hummingbird is a powerful symbol for joy. I get a lot, so I feel like a lot of joy is going to be quickly coming into your life along with this creation. I feel as though you are existing in this loving state. You're tapped into your inner goddess energy, and you are going to be attracting a lot of joy through your creation and also just through your vibration. I feel like joy will be coming through you. I also feel like there's a strong connection to nature, to the collective I'm talking to, because she basically blends into Mother Earth. So you might have a strong connection with the water, the trees, the plants, the flowers, the mushrooms, moss, whatever it is. And the water's even coming off her, she becomes part of this mountain that gives life. So you could also work closely with Gaia, because Gaia is the ultimate creator. She gives so many things life. She is this pure green life force energy that's also beautiful to work with. You could have created rainbow bridges of love and connection to Mother Earth and to people, places, or things that you want to send your love to. I feel like you're a very powerful, loving being. You might radiate unconditional love and be this beacon of light for people in the dark, just so they see that there's another way to exist and to be. And you're full of compassion as well, is something that I'm hearing. So this is a wonderful base card. Sorry about the reflection I got going on. Let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit more. Okay, so I'm feeling called to another tarot deck. So let's see. Does this tarot have a message for this collective at this time? I'm feeling like this one. No freaking way. Holy I can't cuss, but oh my gosh. Did you see that? That literally started to come out. I was like, yeah, I feel this card, and it's the Empress again. Holy moly. Okay, let me keep going. Let's see if there's anything else. Is there any other messages for them at this time with this tarot deck? Okay, cool. Because about to say, well then, wow, you cannot make this stuff up. I'm going to set these to the side for now. But literally, oh my goodness. So let's just keep expanding upon this Empress energy a little bit, because this is powerful Empress energy. I've pulled, I think, more High Priestess than Empress, but Empress is such a powerful energy. The Empress can also not just be like fertility with creations, but also can be a powerful symbol of abundance coming your way. It doesn't just have to be something you've created, but it could be a swelling of abundance and things that you've been manifesting, you're calling in for, that are coming to you. It can be just a ripening of everything that you've planted for harvest, and things are about to hit harvest is what I'm hearing. Because when we're doing our manifestation rituals, spells, thoughts, whatever it is for you, you're like planting a seed and tending that seed. And over time, it begins to ripen and be ready for harvest. And I feel like that's about the time you are. And there's also, I'm feeling this protective energy that you're exuding, especially with this Empress having a little bit more armor. Like she's wearing some armor, she has like a sword, she has a staff, she has a crown. Definitely some royal energy. But I feel like you're very divinely protected at this time, and your manifestations are protected. It's like nobody can take away the life that you're creating. Nobody can take away the projects you're creating. No one can take away the abundance that you're calling in for yourself, and that is just a reflection of your energy and your vibration, and the universe is matching your vibration and giving everything you deserve to you. And it's divinely protected. You're divinely protected. Your energy, your thoughts, your manifestations, and what you're bringing forth. And I definitely feel like with this staff, I'm feeling like you have this powerful magical energy that you can use to call things in, and also to protect yourself. Like you're a powerful shielder of your energy with like light shields or whatever it is that you shield yourself with. You could work with talismans, I'm not sure, because it's going to be a little different. Everyone protects himself a little different. Could be with prayer. But you know how to work with energy, you know how to work with spirit, and you know that what's coming to you is definitely owed. There's still some, there's like a money pouch. The way that I'm interpreting these are like financial pouches and like growing plants. So the plants I interpret as like money and cash and some financial abundance that you're going to have basically stored at your hip and guarded, so nobody can steal it from you or take it away. And there's this beautiful star crown. You're definitely tapped into your crown chakra. You may be able to channel some light, some love, and some energy from the other side through your crown chakra, or to fill yourself up with your crown chakra. But all these stars, I'm also feeling there could be a connection with a star family as well. That's something I'm hearing. So maybe some of you have some galactic family that you work with. All right, so these are the other two cards that came out. So we have Seven of Cups energy. Ooh, it's so beautiful. The way that this card is illustrated with all of these fish, and it's like all of these fish are representing different things that could possibly come through for you. And this is your cup. I feel like your cup is overflowing to the point it's creating this ocean that all the possibility can swim in. That's what I'm hearing. Your cup is overflowing and it's shining and it's bright, you know, it's beautiful energy. But your cup is overflowing with possibility to the point that it created an ocean for all of these different possibilities to manifest. And in this card, they're in these little fish, and every fish has a different little symbol on it. So there's, you know, what looks like a crystal, a heart, a line, a star, a triangle, a different type of star. And they're all like circling around this cup. And a lot of times with the Seven of Cups, it can represent imagination, fantasy, and also possibilities. And there's so much going on behind the scenes of your Empress energy, of you pulling these things forth and birthing this creation. Spirit has all these possibilities almost like lined up for you, because you've filled up your cup and overflowed it to the point that all these possibilities can exist. Like, you created this with your energy, with your love. Sorry. And all these possibilities might be a little hidden from view presently, but this is Spirit working behind the scenes to give you all these different opportunities for you coming through. And a lot of times with this imagination, your imagination might know no bounds. That could be one of the things. You could be a very powerful creative person who's birthing these creative projects, and your imagination like could run like 1,000 miles a minute. Like, you could get a bunch of downloads or just creative ideas consistently and constantly of things you want to birth into creation, whether that's songs or art or writing or, you know, maybe even sewing. Maybe it's costumes. It's going to be different for each of you. But you're just ripe with imagination, and possibility is kind of stemming from this imaginative view, because you can imagine all these different beautiful things coming through for you, and they might all come through, or a couple come through, or one or two come through that you're feeling the most called to, but you can imagine all these possibilities and all these creations coming into being. It's such a powerful card for manifesting what you want for your creative projects. And the only word of caution with this card would just don't get too caught up in the fantasy of what you want to happen, and still remain rooted in present everyday reality, and remain enjoying the present and living in the present. You can still fantasize about all the possibilities coming through, but it's also a reminder to stay grounded, and probably this Empress and energy that you're in right now, so it can still come through for you. So that's what I'm feeling. Like, you can't escape material things that need to be done. And you still have to work on your creations and do the material. And just try to focus on one of these at a time. These possibilities or fantasies or whatever it may be for you. But there's definitely a lot going on behind the scenes. It's like there's definitely going to be some manifestations and all these possibilities that are overflowing that you've created, and that Spirit is working on behind the scenes for you. So that's beautiful energy. I'm so happy for you guys. Ooh. And then we got the Six of Pentacles was the next card. Now, it's, and again, another very beautiful energy. Let me rise the card up. There's a lot of generosity and compassion that you carry. And the Six of Pentacles can also be a powerful message of like you giving and receiving for the universal good. So I feel like you're very balanced, like he's holding this scale, right? And the scale is perfectly balanced. And I feel like that's the energy you're in right now. You're perfectly balanced in giving and receiving. You don't give too much that it damages you and unbalances the scales. And you also don't greedily like receive to the point that it unbalances the scales. I feel like if you're given a whole lot, your tendency is to give and to equalize your scale of balance of giving and receiving. So That's very beautiful, that you're a very generous person. So whatever abundance might be coming in for you, you might be willing to share that and have some compassion and generosity to spread with the world, because you want to help other people as much as you can, whether it's with your creative projects, your books. You want people to connect with it on a deeper level. And if it's like financial, you want to help people out who might be a little less fortunate. And that compassion and generosity is exactly why all these things can, and all these possibilities are ripe for you. Because you have this love, this unconditional love and compassion. You're like existing at this beautiful frequency that's almost like Christ-like energy of giving, receiving, compassion, non-judgmental. Like, I'm seeing this little animal as a companion for you. So it could represent your connection to the animals and your generosity and compassion towards them. You might volunteer at animal shelters or give money to animal shelters or something like that. But it could also be a furry pet that you have at your home that you kind of spoil in a lot of ways. Like, you want to give them the best food and the best toys and, the best water and all of that. Or it could represent, potentially people companions you might have. But I have this companion energy that I'm reading off this card of, there are people or pets in your life that you give to, and you want the best for them, and you give them so much generosity and compassion, and it's just this beautiful energy. But you always give with harmony, right? Like, you don't over give to the point that it's damaging yourself, materialistically or financially or even spiritually. You give in a way that you will also receive, and you don't drain yourself, because you have this beautiful harmony. And you don't have an ulterior motive or agenda. Like, when you give to others, you give out of the love of your heart, not because they're going to give something back to you. Especially with animals, they give you love and everything, but it's not like when you give them money in terms of buying for like food and toys and stuff. It's not like they're going to make you money, unless you have one of those, animal channels. But even then, you're giving out of the kindness of your heart to people and other things. And you just give within your means, so you stay balanced. But that giving from a pure place is another reason all this stuff is going to come through for you. Like, this is another kind of symbol and that ties into Empress energy, because you're in this beautiful, loving, balanced state, this harmonious state. And in this harmonious state, you can tap into this Empress energy and create and protect and, be at harmony with nature, others, be at harmony within yourself as well. There could have been a lot of discord within yourself in the past, and now you're at like this complete harmony within you. I'm also getting a message that there could be a karmic debt being paid, and that could bring a lot of personal peace to yourself. So, take what resonates and leave the rest. But there could definitely be, a balancing of the scales karmically. Like, you could have faced a lot of karmic relationships or something in the past, but you've learned your lessons. The karmic debt is paid, and now you're balanced, and you might just be existing in this peaceful energy. He's holding another branch, and there's like all these pentacles around him, but I'm feeling like the pentacles are these beautiful gold coins, and like the leaf is a symbol for abundance and like financial abundance as well that's surrounding him. But he remains balanced. Balanced within himself, balanced with his giving, balanced with his nature. So, there's also this beautiful crown energy. Like, there's these dots on the crown. So, again, there could be a connection to this crown chakra that you work with. I also am getting like really big Egyptian vibes from this person or this collective. So you may have been reincarnated in Egypt at some point. That might resonate with you. So, take it as it comes. But I definitely feel Egyptian energy. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. You know what? I haven't done this in a while and I'm feeling pulled to. These are my galactic symbols or ruins, if you want to call them that I've channeled. And I want to see, is there a message and assistance these might have for this collective at this time? Definitely feeling a pull to this one. Okay. Let's see. So this is, I'll hold the symbol so you can look at it. You can draw this symbol or write it down. Try not to post it. I prefer it be for personal use only, please. And I have a written channeling on the back. So this is a perception key, a code that widens your vision past the illusion of form. It could be a symbol of inner eye awakening or reawakening. There is more than the visible. You were born between layers. Let your sight unfold like a galaxy within. It can help you perceive frequencies, intentions, and light patterns beneath the surface. It can be a veil lifter and a third eye activator. It can help give star sight and can be very useful in dream work, telepathy, and multidimensional contact, and train your consciousness to stretch. Very interesting when it says star sight, and there is more than the visible. You were born between layers. Let your sight unfold like a galaxy within. So, because one of these circles is right on his third eye, and this Empress has this beautiful stars that, sorry, it's a bit hard to see, so I'm going to lift these up. So this Empress card has these stars that go past her crown. And I'm also getting the message that this symbol is connected to that. Like this star sight. Like you might have true sight, third eye sight. You might see a lot of things with your third eye, or you could be awakening to your third eye or your star sight. Because with the way that these stars kind of float off, they almost like float off her head. It's like your awareness and what you can see and perceive, because it could be you're perceiving feelings or frequencies or sounds or sight, because seeing with our third eye isn't just always visual. It can also be a very it can also be just like a feeling or a frequency or a voice, something we hear. And you're definitely connecting outside yourself. You might have this sight or be working on reawakening your sight, but I feel like whoever I'm talking to is aware and they have this sight. They can see between the layers, between worlds. You might have a connection with your dragons or a fae or galactic family or just the spirit beings on earth, things that are beyond just the physical 3D. You might have a connection or be able to sense them in some way. Have this sort of connection or star sight energy, this seeing between the layers of realities, dimensions, things like that. So it's a very powerful energy, and it could also be something you're working with or towards. Is something I'm hearing, depending on the person. So if that symbol resonates with you, great. If not, the message has to do with your third eye awakening and your connection to everything in between. I feel like this connection to everything in between, like the spirits of the land, the trees, the plants, the animals, spirit beings, is very powerful connection that helps you exist in this Empress energy, even Mother Earth. Okay, so I'm pulling out some animal cards. Is there an animal with a message, or who is assisting this collective at this time that wants to come through? Okay. You can't make this up. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. This is awesome. Oh my gosh. I get excited. This happens in, several readings. But it's just so cool when confirmation comes through like this. Because if you remember, at the very beginning of this reading, I made note of the hummingbird that's right next to her right here, and was like, yeah, hummingbird is often a symbol of joy that's coming through for you. And look who came through. Hummingbird. And the key thing that they represent is joy, but the message that this hummingbird is carrying is lighten up. So maybe there's a few of you that might be a little worried of, oh, is this manifestation going to come through? Is this creation going to come and be birthed? Is everything going to work out? And the hummingbird's like, it's okay. The spirit team's got you. The spirit is really working in the background with these frequencies and this beautiful pool of creation I feel like you've created for all these possibilities to exist. And they're like, chill. It's okay. We got you. We're going to take care of you. You're going to be supported. You are a beautiful, harmonious, generous person. We got your back. It's okay. You might be guarding yourself for something a little fiercely. It's okay to keep your guard up, but as long as you're guarding in a way that doesn't damage you or blocks your heart from receiving. And I think you're not blocked because he's balanced. The Six of Pentacles is this balance of giving and receiving. So I don't think you're blocked or anything like that. But the hummingbird could be just a symbol of the joy that's coming in for you. And I'm seeing like a hummingbird, like literally like flitting around you in spirit form. Like a spirit, the spirit of the hummingbird is like, like just all around you. It's almost like they're feeding, not in a negative way. Like they're not draining you whatsoever. But it's almost like your energy is feeding them. Like you have this beautiful Empress energy, this creative energy. And it could be a very sweet energy as well because you're so compassionate and giving. And you come from this like place of unconditional love. And that's a very sweet energy to be around. So they might be, a little supported by your life force. It's like they can drink your sweetness and your energy without hurting you because they're in pure spirit form. But they just love being around that energy. It's like being around like the sweetest, beautiful flower because flowers are generous. Flowers willingly give their nectar, their life force energy to other beings. And it's not selfish, because yes, evolutionary, it helps with pollination, but even of the things that do get pollinated, only a couple might germinate. So they're really giving that much because they're giving out of love, because all of creation is made of love. So maybe a few of you need to, just relax into the divine and what the divine has planned for you and trust in what is coming and what you're creating and what is in store for you coming up. I feel like this is going to be coming through, like your creations, in a few months. I usually don't get time blocks because time is an earthly construct and all time exists at once, so it's really hard to parse that out. But I am getting the feeling of like a few months' time, so we'll see about that. It could be different for each of you because we're on these different paths that are similarly aligned, but Spirit's going to work a little differently with each of you. Okay, so I'm feeling called to pull some ancient Lemuria cards. Let's see. Does Lemuria have a message for this collective at this time? So these cards are really sticky, so I'm going to fan them out. A lot of times they prefer that. Let's see. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, so these are the two that I sort of picked out. Just gonna put these back. Let's shuffle it up. Thank you for your patience. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to tap the mic. Okay, so the first one is beautiful. And it has to do with this Empress energy. Again, it's communication and co-creation. So there's a possibility that whatever you're creating and birthing could be a co-creation. It could be something you're creating with another person. If it's a human life, there's definitely a co-creation happening. If there's a project where you might work with other people on an art project, it could be a collaboration, could be a music collaboration, a sewing collaboration, even an engineering collaboration. There's a lot of creativity in engineering as well, and science projects and things like that. So you could be working with others to bring this into being, or publishers or editors, whatever it is for you. It's okay to not do it alone. We manifest things, but a lot of times we I don't like the term use, we work with other people to create this beautiful birthing. So this is like three beings working together to create something beautiful. There's these sacred symbols like light technology being infused to whatever you're working with. And you could also be working with beings from the other realms to bring this creation. Like maybe you're working with fairies or angels or your guides or nature spirits or galactic family. They could also be assisting you behind the scenes with whatever you're trying to manifest or create. It doesn't always have to be in the physical form. There could also be a co-creation with you and your spirit team bringing your creations into existence. And I feel like everyone's bringing their energy in this beautiful swirl that's going to be just shooting out all this radiant energy. It's like they're all using their minds and their hearts, like their crown chakra, their heart chakras, their third eyes. It's all coming together. And there's almost like this heart shapes that I'm seeing within this card as well. So whatever you're creating, I feel like you're putting your heart, your soul into. And other people might be doing that as well. You could be working with, you know, whether it's spirit or physical people who are also putting their heart and their soul into your creation, because you're all seeing the benefit that it would bring into the world. Whatever it is, it's going to be bringing love and light and abundance for all, especially if you're a giving person. Whatever you might be manifesting, you might be giving some away to people in need or animals in need. Wow. The next card is the Infinite. It's a beautiful card. We got a scarab. Scarab is another symbol for me for an Egyptian connection. The Egyptians really worked with the scarab beetles. Their spiritual meaning, I don't exactly know off the top of my head, but it might be a call to look into that. But I know that they use them a lot, and they were probably sacred in some way and had some very special meaning. I know that scarabs can be beautiful and shiny and have beautiful and shiny like wings, shells. They also, have could possibly, because I'm not sure, pupate and have a beautiful transformation energy as well. Regardless, there's 4 wings coming from the beetle and 3 sets of wings on this person. So you may be connected to angel energy, seraphim energy, or potentially like blue avian energy. I'm getting potentially someone is connected to the blue avian race or some sort of higher dimensional winged races. It can also be just a symbol of your spiritual growth and your spiritual power of where you're at. We can gain these energetic spiritual wings the more we grow spiritually. I see this DNA strand above her, and I definitely feel like you have upgraded your DNA over and over again. You've done a lot of DNA upgrades. You've done a lot of unlocking your, galactic DNA, your spiritual DNA, your 5D strands, all of that stuff. Like, I feel like you're fully online. And there's always more we could upgrade our DNA with. We can always infuse our DNA with more and more light codes to let it carry more and more and more light while we're in this 3D structure. So I feel like that's something that you do. You infuse your DNA with light or crystalline structure, 5D codes, just higher level DNA. Upper DNA strands is a term that's used a lot, but I feel a lot of DNA activation from you. And there's all these infinity symbols throughout this whole card. Like there's infinity symbol coming from their hair around, and there's also infinity symbol clearly here that's expanding out. You know that you're made of infinite energy in terms of your spirit form. In our human form, yes, we have energetic, limitations, so to speak. But spiritually, when we tap into the divine, which is what I'm feeling, is them tapping into the divine energy, you're very limitless in your spirit form or astral form. And that's how you bring in all these infinite possibilities for yourself and these creations and manifestations, is tapping into the divine that you are, and the divine energy of the universe that permeates everything. And you can tap into that energy and let it flow through you. And you are infinite abundance, right? And that's what you're vibrating at. You are creation, you are love, you are balance, you are harmony. You are all the things that will attract abundance and harmony back to you. So I don't feel like these manifestations and births are coming from a wrong place of I need or I want. You're coming from a place of I am. I am abundant. I am beautiful. I am a creator. I am powerful. And all of that's just being reflected back to you. The universe is reflecting you being tapped into your infinite energy and just boom, reflecting infinite energy right back at you. I feel like she has this infinity symbol up here that she's reflecting, and then the beetle is reflecting it right back. And there's this beautiful heart chakra energy that feels exploded. So I feel like you've done a lot of work and healed your heart chakra, opened your heart chakra. A lot of love, it all flows through the heart chakra. And everyone thinks that everything goes through the third eye, but I find a lot of connection with spirit and messages and things like that. They come through the portal of the heart chakra. So our heart chakra is a powerful portal of receiving messages, receiving sight, receiving unconditional love from source energy. It's just this beautiful, beautiful portal that has this capacity to constantly expand our own capacity for love, for giving and receiving love, for holding more love, for holding more light within our DNA, within our heart, within our body. I definitely feel like you are in this infinite energy. Your wings are definitely spread, kind of like this butterfly I was saying. Like your wings are definitely open. You're very powerful. You know you're powerful, and you use that power for the good of all. That's what I'm hearing. And I definitely feel that way. This collective is very beautiful and giving and wants to stay in balance and harmony with everything and everyone, nature, all of it. I'm feeling pulled towards this like Martian deck, so let's see. Is there a message this deck has for this collective at this time? Okay, I think they're telling me no, so I'm going to respect the deck. Is there a message the Oracle has for this collective at this time? Okay. Ooh. So we have the hacker. And it says, I will prioritize what is important to me. Which is, I feel like what you're doing. Like you are prioritizing what's most important. The giving, the creation that you're creating, the protection of what you're bringing into existence. I definitely feel like you are prioritizing that. But when I see the hacker, I'm getting a totally different message from spirit. I'm getting the message that you hacked the system. That's what I keep hearing is like, you hacked the system. You hacked the 3D system and you're tapped into 4D and 5D dynamics of like, you're not in the matrix. You're not trapped by the 3D concepts of lack and suffering and disparity and things like that. You know how to exist in the light. You know how to move out of the shadows. You know how to not get trapped by dark forces and 3D constructs because you exist in the infinite. You exist in this co-creation, this Empress, this beautiful Six of Pentacles energy, and 7 where you're full of possibility and creation. You know that possibilities are potentially in the ether that you're pulling towards yourself, that you're potentially manifesting in this ether, this between layers, right? So I feel like you are completely hacked the matrix. You are tapped into 5D. You know that abundance will flow naturally because you're abundant and you're infinite and you're creating out of love and you are giving out of love. And so you know the universe will provide for you regardless of what fear mongering there is throughout the country. You don't feed into that. You know there's a divine plan and you know that the darkness will never win. There are so many light workers and there is so much hope despite media constantly projecting fear-mongering. I hate that because the more we focus on that, the more energy you're giving to that darkness and fear, and we don't want to exist in fear. There is no fear to have when you know that you're infinite. You know that angels won't let darkness prevail. You know that everything will crumble. And it may be in this divine timing that is a little outside ourselves. But we have this faith and this trust in spirit, God, angels, the universe for balancing the scales. And the more that we keep our scales balanced and we exist in this peace and this love and this light, the more assistance we give to the crumbling of structures that do not serve the collective. And that's what you're doing. You're hacking the system that way. Bro. Oh my gosh. You cannot make this up. This is crazy. This is the alien queen. This is like the equivalent of the Empress in this oracle deck. This is crazy. 3 Empress cards. 3 Empress. How does that... Oh, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels. Thank you, Guide. Thank you for Galactic Family, for this beautiful message, for these beautiful cards, for this affirmation of this Empress energy. And this queen says, I will celebrate my success. It's full-on Empress energy. She's got the crown. She's in her throne. She's gorgeous. And I feel like... Oh my gosh. Like I definitely, when I'm seeing these galaxies and these planets and these stars in the background of like whatever throne she's in is on this ship. And I feel like you are tapped into the universe for sure. You're tapped into like galactic energy. And that doesn't always have to be a galactic being. It can be the expanse of the universe. Because there are galaxies upon galaxies and planets upon planets and stars upon stars, and they all have this energy of life. Like the stars are beautiful and burning and the planets are burning, and there's definitely life force energy coming from all the stars and all the galaxies. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful to look up at the stars and know that we're not alone. We're surrounded by all these stars and galaxies and planets and this beautiful energy of warmth I feel comes from all these stars. These infinite number of stars essentially. And I feel like you're one of those stars. And whatever you're creating will be like one of those stars. It's going to shine bright. It's going to shed love and light into this world and help move us towards this beautiful new energy of love and light. Because a lot of times the people in power aren't representative of the real power. They like to say they have power on media, but the people have the power, like Les Mis and Ants and all of those movies show that we have the power. The collective of the people have the power. And the more that the collective radiates this love, this light, this protective, this generosity, this balance, this infinite, beautiful love, this joy, and we show that the people in power can never take our joy, can never take our happiness, They may take other things, but we have control over our happiness. We have control over our internal being structure. We have control over our creations. We can still create art and life and love and all these projects and birth them. They can't stop us. We have the power. And you will be successful in whatever you're creating or manifesting. And you are worthy of celebrating. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate being in this Empress energy. Celebrate the creations you're bringing into being. Celebrate your success. Celebrate yourself. You are worthy of all the celebration for everything you've done to get to this point. Celebrate who you are. Celebrate that you remain balanced in a world full of chaos. Celebrate your connection to the infinite. Celebrate the people you might, or the spirits you might be co-creating this thing in birth that you're birthing into existence. Celebrate all the possibilities that you have coming for you and that you've created for yourself. Celebrate your individuality, your power, your queen energy, your Empress energy. I'm so blessed to be reading for this collective. I feel the energy I'm getting from the collective this is going to resonate most with is absolutely unstoppable energy. Like, I feel this force from this collective, this confidence, this prowess, this queen-like energy, this royal energy of like, I will do what's best for me and the people and things around me. I will give back fairly and justly like a good monarch. I will distribute wealth in a way that, shares abundance with the people that matter or that are close to me, or animals, or whatever it is. Like, you have this powerful energy of like abundance, of creation, and of balancing the scales and possibility. And I feel nothing's going to get in your way. You are the hacker. You are protected. These things are going to come in for you. And I just feel like you are this unstoppable force to be reckoned with. And you are going to bring so much love and so much light into the world. Thank you for creating. Thank you for being here. Thank you for having this Empress energy. And thank you for just existing. I appreciate your energy. Thank you so much for being here and letting me read for you. I'm sending love and light your way. Have a beautiful night or day.